We call this the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Well, I call it the Go Get It Massacre. What's going on, guys? Sorry for the late review. I'm really fighting over here. My stomach was really sore this morning as we watch the games in the mornings over here. And we PVR'd it. We decided that we were going to watch it later. So when I woke up later to watch it, I wasn't feeling well. I thought, oh man, like, the reactions aren't going to be good. I have no energy. My stomach was really sore during the game. And then, after like the second or third goal, then I started to go nuts, Sorry, my voice. I'm just out of it, guys. I've had a rough week. I was sick. And I still am, too, a bit. So, but, I got to do the review for you guys. I thought it was a great game. It was Villa, so we'll see. We'll see what happens, okay? The performance was really good. No one was bad out there. I think it was an easy game for us. It was funny because we had 6 goals, and I knew the goal differential as we were going, and I'll try to get it in the reaction video, but it was funny because we're only at +2 right now overall. So, hey, at least we did that. It looked so good to see, it felt so good to see Sturridge in there with Coutinho and Firmino. Milner played really well as well. We just looked, like so much more confidence, My dad, of course, made a lot of Benteke comments, but he's right, like we're a different team when you have a legitimate, no offense to Benteke, but when you have a legitimate striker up there, someone who's going to get the job done and who's got the speed. Really, it's more the speed and the reading the game, like Sturridge. We were just too cozy, we were playing hard, but it was so calm. Like I didn't feel that Villa was going to be able to do anything. Definitely after the second goal. Once that second goal went in, and I was just watching what Villa was doing, they were just sitting back, and then it was a very, we did earn the goals. We played really well, but I'm just trying to determine, how well we're going to be able to play against the big clubs. I think with Sturridge in there, with our guys in there, we're really good. The injuries have really hurt us. There's been times where I've criticized the team and said we don't have enough good players. Sometimes I think that's true. Or when I say good players, I mean great players. We don't have enough great players, but we do have some great players. I'm going to say, okay, Sturridge is a great player, but of course the injuries will kind of, exempt him. And who knows, maybe this is it. Maybe finally this will be it. We'll see. Obviously Firmino's a great player. Coutinho's a great player. I think Ings is as well. As for the rest, like Milner's really good, hardworking, great player though. Like they're all great in certain ways, but when I'm saying great, I'm talking like, all-star, even more than, just kind of the money, those kind of players, the money players, right? That Henderson, Lallana, we'll see. I don't know. They're good. They put in a good effort. And, Henderson's a midfielder. Lallana attacking forward. We'll see how things develop with these guys. So I don't want to seem like I'm too hard on these guys because sometimes they'll play really good. But I'm not sure where our team is going to be at in the future. We'll see what happens. So I'm just kind of mentioning all that because I've been really harsh on the guys, saying that we have too many athletes, not enough football players. I think there's still some truth to that. But then you have a game like this today. We'll see what happens. You never know. If we're healthy, we could beat anybody, So let's get into some quick rankings. I don't even know. Like I wasn't feeling well today, guys. I didn't mark a lot. Just to make my life easier right now. I'm sorry to do this, guys, but I'm just gonna give basic rankings. Like Mignolet was great. I'll give him an 8. I'm not gonna give out 10s, even though people may not have made mistakes. I still like to go by, like, you got to stand out even more. And sometimes that's not fair because the game doesn't go to that person that much and that they can't help that. But that's how I'm going to mark. So I'll give Mignolet an 8. Sacco, Moreno, Torre got the goal. Like, this is one game I don't want to brush over, but I really don't want to get into numbers and rankings today. I'm just not feeling it. They all deserve at least an 8, our back line. Torre got the goal. Klein got the goal. Klein was definitely our best defender in terms of positives, and he got a goal as well. So maybe I'll give Klein, like, I don't know, no minuses. And I've been pretty rough on Klein over the... I'm going to have to give Klein a 10. Yeah, Klein gets a 10 today. Torre gets an 8. Sacco gets an 8. Moreno gets an 8. Because I don't have any markings for Sacco and Moreno, and Torre, I have the goal and a positive and a minus. You know, I'm not going to be able to do the greatest rankings for you guys today. Sorry, but Hendo, 1+. Chan, I had 1+ for him, and then he got that awesome goal. But before then, I was like, where's Chan? And it's not like his fault or nothing. It's not... When I'm not marking these guys, sometimes they're just doing what they're supposed to be doing. I don't mark positives for simplistics, basics of football. It's like kind of the... You know, when they start glowing, when the heat starts cranking, and they do something amazing, okay, then it's a positive. Right? That's how I do it. Or something really bad, then a negative. Aside from that, everything else is just what you're supposed to be doing. So Chan, yeah, I mean, Chan was good. He was solid, and he was running really well. Henderson was all right, had a few iffy moments. I'll give Henderson... I don't have much to go by. I'll give him an 8. And Chan with the goal, the positive, and I saw him running quite a lot and doing some pretty impressive stuff later on in the game. I'll give Chan maybe a 9. You know, something around there. Benteke and Stewart, I'm not going to mark because they came on as subs. Origi, I will go into right now as a marking, as a sub. Goal and a positive. The goal right when he came on. I think I went nuts when that happened. And he was pretty awesome for his time on the pitch. So I'll give Origi, because it wasn't a... You know, as a sub, you could give him a 10, like a light 10. But again, not much was... You know, he didn't have to work as hard as Chan or Henderson or Milner or anyone in there. Who a lot of those guys, or a couple of those guys, I'm not going to give a 10, right? So I'll give him a substitution like 10. You know, something like that. But he was great. Okay, so I'm saving the big guns for last, the better performances I'm feeling over here. Milner was sensational. Not a lot of markings for him. Again, I was having a rough day, so my markings are different now, at least for today. He got the goal off that free kick that just went right in. See, that's the thing. Like, a couple of our goals, the goalie should have had. But we did have some really good ones, and we played well today. I don't want to take away from that. Milner's gonna get a 10. 3 positives, 1 goal. Worked really hard. I'm gonna give him a 10, no minuses. Really happy with how he played today. Same with Firmino. No goal, but 7 positives. He looked great out there. Should easily get a 10. I'm not gonna do any busting the scales today, guys. Those are gonna be rarities. You know, if someone really goes crazy, then I'll have some fun with that. But our guys were great today. Firmino gets a 10. Sturridge, really good. 5 positives plus the goal. That's 6 positives. Looked really good out there. I like how a lot of times I saw him come back and run into the midfield at the center line to help the offense. You know, too many times our offense is like... Pass, no, okay, come back. Pass, no. But there's no, like, cutting in between. But then, you know, we picked up today, there was a lot of carving. My concern is a better club won't allow that as much. Or, if you're going to want to do that, you're going to have to run at them, kind of like Leicester does. And by the way, that game against Arsenal, I mean, this is the thing. This is the contrast. Like, we didn't have to run like those two teams had to run so hard I watched that game and I was thoroughly entertained. I was thoroughly entertained by our game, but the paces were totally different. And we still worked hard. We still played great. Not taking anything away with that. But what I'm trying to get at is that you go up against those guys, you know, we can still beat those guys, obviously, you know, having played Arsenal and drawing them twice, and Leicester, we've beaten them once. For sure we can beat them, but, and then again, it's a different type of game too, and the players know that. But what I'm getting at is a lot of times our offense just seemed like it wasn't going anywhere, and maybe that's because we just, simple thing like having Benteke up front, it just kind of like makes things more limited. Again, having Sturridge in there, you know, he can do a lot of the work himself. He has the sense to hook back, make the ball come to him a little bit easier on our midfielders, and then he can work it in and pass it to another player. So that's going to make a big difference going forward. We need to have this kind of a lineup. Hopefully Sturridge is going to be injury-free now. I wanted to get rid of, I'm telling you guys, I'll be straight with you. This review is already going too long for what I wanted to do. I wanted to get rid of Sturridge. When we were going to get rid of Sterling, when that whole fiasco was happening, I was saying sell Sterling. He's not worth, you know, all this. And for 49 million pound, like, just didn't even, it was a no-brainer, right? So back then, and that was before the season had ended, the tail end of the 2015 season, I wanted to get rid of Sturridge. I said, you know what? No. Like, I was thinking we got to move forward, you know? And I would stick by that as a manager or as an owner. It makes sense. It's as a business decision. Is it fair to Sturridge? No, it's not fair in a sense. But if someone can't be on the pitch, what are you going to do? That being said, every time I've seen him play, like, especially going through the injuries this last year, he's always doing something amazing. He'll come on and score 2 goals or score a goal. Like, it's a real heartbreaker, you know? Like, he's got to just be healthy, you know? And I don't fault him at all for anything that he's been through. I don't. So, that being said, me wanting to get rid of him a year ago, you know, I could be proven completely wrong. And I think maybe if he stays healthy, then, you know, he's a guy you want, right? So it's always a tough decision concerning that. But great game from Sturridge. He's not going to get my man of the match. It's going to be Coutinho. You know what? Milner, Firmino, Coutinho, Sturridge, either of them deserve man of the match. But Coutinho had the 2 assists, 2 beautiful assists, 5 positives total. But he did really well. I just felt he was the man of the match. But Sturridge was right up there too. So was Firmino and Milner. It's almost like if you take one guy out, you know, we are missing something in there. You know, the mechanics will not be as smooth. So, guys, you could probably tell I'm not in it today. I'm hanging in there. I have no notes. I did my rankings. I wanted this to be a short review. And I gave you guys some good content, you know. Sorry for the late review again. Thank you so much, guys, for your support, all your help in viewing. I'm really glad that we're able to build the channel. It's looking great now. The viewers will keep coming as I build my Twitter account. And, you know, it's already, I'm getting more subs now. Everything's really, I don't feel like I have to fight as much now to get viewers. So I really appreciate that, guys, that you guys come back, you view the video, you comment, you like the video, and just your support, you know, it means a lot, because it's hard, you know. I've been through a lot to do all this, and, you know, I still go through a lot, but you guys really keep me going, and your encouragement is really awesome. So that's it for the review. I'm sure I got a whole bunch more. I'm not feeling too great, so I'm not going to even try to, you know, do any more, but yeah, hey, you know what? Top 4 is still possible. We'll see what happens, you know. We're still quite a way back, but, and I think City lost today, right? So I don't know. I'll check out the standings, you know. I know we got a game next week, and then you know, that cup, the League Cup game, the Capital One Cup game. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to that. We got to get another trophy, guys. We're hurting for one. So, all right, that's it. Go get it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.